Hi, everybody. It's Grace Bell. Welcome to Wednesday Eating Peace News, which sometimes come to you via video. And I'm the author of Grace Notes and This Here Eating Peace, and also the new Peace Talk podcast, which is only 5 minutes, 3 days a week. And I definitely sometimes include information about peace when it comes to food and eating or any kind of addictive or compulsive process, because that is just one of my favorite things to have studied and become free of in so many ways. And I love still looking at it every single day. So a lot of you have written to me questions about this journal, the dreaded journal. And some of you have said you bought yourself a journal, you're ready to go, or you've got a little place on Evernote where you can write, or some kind of note-taking device on your computer, or just a Word document, and you're going to put them all in the same place. So however you like to do it, the most important things is that you're going to get things that are in your heart and in your mind out of you in words, kind of on paper. We'll call it electronic paper, however it's done. You're going to write. And what I've shared in other videos so far that you can see on YouTube, where this one is also housed, so go check that out if you haven't seen them, but is this idea about how hard it is to even start the journaling process, and how hilarious it was now at this point that it took me so long to get started, when a therapist would suggest it over and over again to me week after week, and I would come in her office and she'd say, "Did you get a journal?" So for some reason I finally did, and some of you have and said, "Now what do I do? I got the journal." Yay! Okay, good step. All right, so now that means you are putting out into the universe in a way. I'm not getting all airy-fairy on you, don't worry. But you're saying, my intention is to capture this on paper. I'm going to do it. I'm going to write this. I want to see what's actually here, instead of avoiding it or letting it go by so fast, like a little flicker on the screen that I don't even want to see, because we know that doesn't really work. You're going to have to look. Awareness brings love. This sense of love for yourself and for eating and food and whatever's going on around that, this unconditional place, brings permanent freedom from eating woes and eating angst. So get your journal. What you're going to do, I'm going to mention today 3 important things, and I'll expound on them in future videos because I'm not going to be able to do them all in 5 minutes. The first thing you're going to record is you're going to sort of study and just sit with, investigate your level of fullness or emptiness. Hunger, full. Now, Janine Roth has this fantastic scale. I love using it. Pretend in the middle is 0. Just this perfect 0 balance right in the middle. And 10 is stuffed to the gizzard, like, oh my God, horrible. You know, way full, just as full as you've ever gotten in your life. -10 would be as starving as you've ever gotten in your life. And it doesn't matter. That's for you. You decide what that feels like. And maybe you've never even been at a -10 or a full 10 before. That doesn't matter. Just see what your scale is. Feel it out. And you know what 0 is. All right? And you're just going to kind of start to take a little mental note on what the number is where you're at. Some from time to time during the day. And one of the most amazing things that you'll wind up noticing is before you eat, when you're eating uncomfortably, when you're eating compulsively or for emotional reasons, or you're sort of frantic, or you're on an outright binge, where was your hunger and or fullness level before and after? It can be really interesting, and it can just help ground your mind a little bit. Ding, where am I? And we're not using it as a fault-finding device. It's just to notice and start to get a sense of where you're at. Some people are like, I can't even tell if I'm hungry. This starts to help you be able to tell. And then how full is full, because it takes a little while for fullness to kind of really sink in and catch up. All right, that's the first place that you can write about and notice. Number 2 and 3, I'll talk about some other days, but I'm going to mention them here in case you want to get going. All right, second place to notice and observe and keep track of in your journal is what you're feeling. What am I feeling? Emotions, sensations, very important. Your emotions, anger, fury, sadness, despair, longing, loneliness, sad, happy, celebratory, joyful, right? Okay, so just notice what it is that you are actually feeling. Number 3, what did you want when you started eating? What do you want now if you've already done eating and you just had a crazy insane binge and you're so stuffed you can't stand yourself, all right? And you're mad or you're upset or you're very disappointed. What do you want? I don't care what kind of moment it is. Maybe it's not even anywhere near food and eating. Just see what it is you want. Sometimes it's tricky when you first begin to ask yourself, what do I really, really want? The answer is, I don't know. I thought I wanted food. If it was other than food, but you can go ahead and write in there if it's food, what you really want. But if it was something other than food, what could it be? What do you want? Comfort, gentleness, soothing, unconditional love, entertainment? Do you feel like you want happiness or joy? And then kind of what would it look like? What would it seem like? Do you want to go to a movie? Do you want to take a bath? Do you want to talk to a friend? What would just make you so, so happy? And it's okay if you're not for sure like that you really know, but just what would kind of bring you out of being super upset? What is it that you want that could just help you feel a little more comfort, a little more relaxed in the moment? Just even one little drop tad relaxed. What is it that you want? What would work? Just take a note of it. All right? Those are the things to talk about. And I'm going to talk about number 2 and 3 more in videos next week. All right? Okay. Remember, if you want to subscribe to Peace Talk, just head over to iTunes and look up Grace Bell on iTunes, and you should see me there under Peace Talk. And I talk about peace, finding peace. And this journal writing, when it comes to eating peace, is one of the ways to find it. All right. I promise you that's the case. See you next time. Thanks for being here. Lots of love and lots of peace to you all. Bye-bye.